Two avalanches taking 2 lives. Hear from skiers who jumped in to try and save a young girl caught in the slide. Plus a wildfire more than 3 times the size of Salt Lake City, ripping through the plains of Oklahoma and Kansas this morning. Hear the intense conditions making it a mega fire. And as the Olympics come to a close, you may want to try out some of those sports you've seen on TV, where you can go to see if it's the right fit.
Live and streaming, this is KSL News Now.
Of course, all of that and a lot more. Joining us on KSL News Now, I'm Brian Carlson. We'll get to those stories here in just a minute. Matt Johnson, of course, tracking the weather here for us. We're heading into the weekend, and at least the roads out there driving into the weekend, a lot better than they have been.
Yes, a lot better here along the Wasatch Front. But as we've discovered this morning, southern Utah dealing with some snow. In fact, enough snow that we have heard word that the schools in Cedar City will either be delayed or not even be held at all today. A snow day for the kids down in Iron County School District. Okay, we've got temperatures cold enough to keep this snow on the ground. It's really been causing troubles. We've had some people slipping around out there with even the 4-wheel drive as we've seen snow throughout the night accumulate across this area of I-15 from about Black Ridge Canyon north to Scipio. It's been hit and miss snow-packed roads. I've got light snow showers here along Pingwich and into Escalante. These snow showers extend up into southern Sevier Valley, where we've seen some of that into Richfield as well. But Escalante's been seeing it too. You zoom out, radar coverage, again, not the best out here, but we've been seeing that snow out in Moab as well. So forecast calls for light flurries in the north, southern, and eastern Utah. Snow in the morning, and then just snow showers scattered in the afternoon. Brian.
All right, thanks for the heads up there, Matt. So with the Winter Olympics wrapping up this weekend, families in Utah can take inspiration here from the ice. And there's a free opportunity this afternoon at the Utah Olympic Oval for kids. They can go skate, they can play, and try something new. News specialist Tyrese Boone live in Kearns with our story this morning. Good morning, Tyrese.
Good morning, Brian. It should be an exciting event coming on this afternoon. There'll be some free skating taking place here at the Oval, and this will be a family-friendly event designed to get kids outside, being in the outdoors, and enjoy some winter activities. So today's event marks the kickoff of the 2026 Utah's Every Kid Outdoors Adventure Challenge. From ice skating to curling and to street hockey, there's plenty for kids to try, and skate rentals are free. Families can also enjoy hot cocoa and meet a former Olympic speed skater, Jerica Teddyman. The statewide challenge encourages kids ages 3 to 18 to complete 14 outdoor activities over the next year.
This is where, of course, ice skating is free. Ice skate rentals are free. And then in addition to that, people can sign up to do curling, to practice street hockey.
And families can also sign up today to grab their Adventure Challenge passport to start checking off activities. And again, it runs from 3 to 6 this afternoon, and it's completely free. And organizers say it will be a fun way to get that Olympic spirit here at in Utah before that Olympic ceremony comes this upcoming Sunday. So it's going to be a great time. Reporting live from Kearns, Tyrese Boone, KSL 5 News. Back to you, Brian.
Looks like a fun opportunity. Thank you much, Tyrese. Now, as we mark our final weekday of the Milan Winter Games, we are already looking ahead 2 years with a local athlete hoping to go for gold. Our Tamara Vaifanua joins us here in studio with that story. Pretty exciting here, Tamara.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Good morning, Brian. Holding the Summer Olympics on U.S. soil. This is just an extra incentive for local athletes to gear up for LA 2028. I had the opportunity to talk with a rising rugby star from Utah who's now training alongside a Utah Olympian in California.
Let's go! There we go!
An unforgettable finish at the 2024 Paris Games. Smith Cedric's thrilling last-minute try gave Team USA its first ever rugby medal, bronze.
I think it was the perfect ending to a story.
Nearly 2 years later, the Harriman High alum considers it a core memory.
It was really special.
That moment caught the attention of young athletes across the country.
I just fell in love with the sport and the girls and everyone.
Like Fania Talsinga from Salt Lake City.
I feel like Spiff was a really big inspiration to a lot of us girls, especially the girls from Utah.
It's one thing to watch your heroes on TV. It's another to train with them. Now Tausinga is training alongside Cedric and Team USA's elite in Chula Vista, California.
From Tausinga, beautiful play.
While playing in a tournament in New Zealand at the age of 16, the coach invited her to train with the Olympic squad.
It was a big shock, but I was really excited for it.
That drive is exactly what Cedric saw in her. And now the 27-year-old is mentoring the next generation as they build toward LA 2028.
When I see them come in, I see a lot of myself in them. Fane is all energy. She's like a little Energizer bunny.
That energy has earned the 17-year-old a couple of nicknames.
Kiddo and playground. I like the playground. I feel like it expresses me very free and open.
But behind the fun is serious sacrifice. When she's not on the field in California, Tausinga is back in the classroom at Salt Lake's East High, balancing elite-level training with schoolwork and living away from family for weeks at a time.
Say like my first week, it really like hit me that like these girls are top level, and like it was just really hard, like their speed, their conditioning.
But she kept pushing because she has one ultimate goal.
I feel like my dream has always been to just play on the highest level, and now being here, I just want to work hard to like be the best I can be and just keep on playing and hopefully one day go to the Olympics.
It's a dream Cedric knows well and one she's chasing again on U.S. soil.
I will definitely be there. Whether or not it's in cleats, we'll see. Time will tell.
Well, Spiff says Utah is a sleeper state. There is so much untapped talent here. She is really encouraged to see the number of girls that are giving the sport of rugby a try. And, you know, being from Utah, you know, she takes a lot of pride in that. And so after her Olympic run, just seeing the numbers going up with girls, young girls wanting to try rugby, it's just been pretty incredible. So more to come from the state of Utah.
Now, when you were there in LA, did you get a sense for kind of what her shot was at making the Olympic team?
Yeah, I mean, talking to the coaches, they gave her the special invite watching her. She was at a tournament in New Zealand and 16 years old at the time, just incredible. So leading up to LA, what they do is they look at the roster literally weeks, because if you think about players that might be injured, players that can't make it. And so these, Fane, maybe other young girls like her, they got to be ready to go. And they may not know until like a week or two before the LA Games begin.
Isn't that wild? I mean, you have all those years, right?
Yeah.
You're hanging out, you're with the team,
right?
And just waiting for your number to get called up.
Yeah, so we shall see. My fingers crossed for sure.
All right, thank you much, Tamara. Appreciate the story. Now, here's another Utah-related Olympic story. Utah hockey fans may appreciate what Olympic specialist Sam Farnsworth did while he was in Italy covering the Olympics. He decided to wear his Utah Mammoth sweater just to see who would recognize the Utah hockey team and some of the players. Well, the interactions he had with the international fans were great.
What I'm out here to do is a little bit of an experiment, a Utah experiment. I want to find out how many fans will recognize that guy.
Oh, Utah.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know who Clayton Keller is?
Yeah. Yeah, I played for Phoenix.
Yeah. And now?
Utah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
You like the sweater, don't you?
The sweater's good, yeah.
Let's go.
What's up? You a Mammoth fan?
What's up? You recognize the sweater?
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, we're NHL fans.
I respect what the owner's doing and trying to make it about the fans and get the experience popping. I think it's a good thing. Yeah. Lots of good players. Genther's a nasty player for sure.
He is. Cooley, unfortunately, American guy, good player.
That's the only thing. There's a lot of American guys on the team we don't love as Canadians, but you know what? I respect what they're doing over there.
Do you know there's a German on the Mammoth?
German on it?
Paterka,
JJ?
Germany and Canada.
Yeah, of course.
What about JJ Paterka?
Yeah, of course, great player for Germany.
Do you know what team he plays for in the NHL?
No, we don't know. Of course, we know Utah.
Yeah, that's what they do in Utah. How we doing, Utah?
What's up? You like the sweater?
How can you not?
Yeah.
American NHL hockey.
You like the Mammoth sweater?
I do. The look looks great. Nice and clean, fresh.
Nice.
Yeah. As soon as you drop the hockey club, went with the real name, good things happen.
It's pretty interesting there to see Sam, obviously, make connections with those fans, but they also know, hey, they know who Utah is.
Yeah.
They know who Clayton Keller is.
We're on the map.
Right? And speaking of the map here this morning, boy, what a difference it makes out there today.
Yeah, it's, the map of Utah with the radar. I'll show you in a moment. It's different from north to south. I got Bryce Canyon here live. Light snow showers coming down, but man, it's been coming down at a very heavy clip. in the overnight and through early this morning. This is the first signs that it's letting up a little bit as low pressure slides into the Four Corners today, bringing beneficial snow to the Colorado snowpack, which is at its worst in about 125 years, reports coming out of Colorado. Light flurries coming in off the Great Salt Lake there for Tooele and even the west end of Salt Lake Valley. They're nothing crazy, but they're definitely out there. And as we zoom out, the radar more active in southern Utah, where we've been seeing some pretty good snow. Cedar City, 25 with light snow, 27 in Salt Lake, flurries to our west. It's 13 in Logan, up at Beaver Mountain, up the canyon, 7 degrees. So Logan, you're going to go for 32. These are really light snow showers today. 36 flurries in Salt Lake, 27 for a high in Park City with some light snow showers possible. And then Moab, of course, accumulating snowfall through the first half. I think the second half it really starts to break up into snow showers. Coming up in just a few, we've got a look at that 7-day forecast and maybe a sneak peek at our next storm system just ahead.
It was just super scary to think like how everything can go wrong that quick.
Yeah, skiers shaken up from an avalanche near Brighton Ski Resort swept away and killed a young girl. A group of skiers say as soon as they learned they were in that same area, they tried everything to help her. Rescue crews found the teenager and rushed her to the hospital where she later died. The name and age of the girl who died in yesterday's avalanche so far have not yet been released. Now, the Utah Avalanche Center says nearly all of Utah right now, the danger is high, and they worry a similar deadly scenario could easily play out again. That's why they're pleading with people, stay out of avalanche-prone terrain.
We're just asking people to take a step back, give it some time. You can enjoy the snow this weekend.
Now, experts say people need to stay away from the slopes steeper than 30 degrees. If you don't want to take the risk, stay inside the ski resort boundaries. Now, Chopper 5 even captured this video inside bounds hitting an avalanche there at Powder Mountain Resort yesterday. Fortunately, the resort says it appears no one was caught in the slide, but all of this serves as a reminder to just how dangerous the conditions are right now. And turning to our national headlines this morning, the Great Plains, they got hit with a dangerous fire that is now breaking into its third consecutive day. Firefighters battling more than a dozen wildfires that have burned tens of thousands of acres and forced evacuations throughout that region. The largest of them, the Ranger Road mega fire. It sparked up Tuesday in Oklahoma, spread into southern Kansas, and has since burned an area twice the size of Chicago at nearly 300,000 acres. Now, to compare that here at home, for us in Utah, that's the size larger than all of Davis County and more than 3 times the size of Salt Lake City. And this morning, Hollywood mourning the loss of actor Eric Dane, best known for his roles on Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. He spent the last few months as an advocate for others with ALS. Dane's publicist says he died from ALS less than a year after he announced his diagnosis. He is survived by his wife and their 2 daughters. Eric Dane was 53 years old. JP Morgan Chase claiming President Trump improperly included its CEO on his debanking lawsuit against the company. The president sued the company and CEO Jamie Dimon last month, alleging that the bank improperly removed him as a client in 2021 for political reasons and is seeking $5 billion in damages. The bank also argues that including Dimon as a defendant, the president's lawyers are trying to keep the case in state court instead of federal court. And then this morning, President Trump says he plans to direct the Pentagon to make the government files public on extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and all information connected to UFOs. The announcement comes after former President Barack Obama appeared to confirm on a podcast last weekend that aliens exist. But then he later clarified, saying he was referring to the likelihood of life on other planets. This despite a 2024 Pentagon report that says it had not found evidence of alien life. Now, here at home, a different kind of space experience. Kids in Providence got to speak with this astronaut there in space he was right there on the International Space Station. Several students from the Center for Creative Innovation and Discovery Charter School presented questions through a radio conversation to the American Chris Williams, who's currently on the International Space Station.
Coda, and my question is, have you ever tried playing basketball in space? Over.
Hey, Dakota, great
question. Not really basketball, but we have set up rings where we try to throw balls through them, which is really hard in zero gravity because your brain wants to think that the ball's going to arc like it does on Earth, but it just flies in a straight line. Over.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff, and fun that the kids are thinking that way. The Bridgerland Amateur Radio Club, they visited the charter school to help them make that contact. They used an amateur radio to connect with the space station. That's remarkable, too. The club travels around the country and the world to help inspire kids to pursue careers there in STEM. Who would have thought, Matt, that just a regular amateur radio could go all the way to the International Space Station?
That was pretty cool. I would not have thought that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All the bells and whistles we have these days, checking not only the space, but, of course, our storms.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot that we learn from all of that.
There really is. And something we're learning this morning, Brian, is that we've got some snow headed down here in Cedar City. We're more towards the tail end of the storm, but man, it's been snowing for most of the night. You can see a couple of flakes coming down. This is not a live image, rather an image that I took from a UDOT camera just about 5 minutes ago. So recent image there, latest out of Moab, still some snow coming down here, and this should persist through mid-morning. I think as we push towards that lunch hour, it'll break up into showers. I got low cloud cover and a couple of flurries trying to get going here in the Salt Lake Valley. It's nothing too crazy, but it's associated with this low that's centered over southern Utah. It'll be shifting eastward, and as it does so, some snow showers are definitely in store for northern Utah, but they're going to be really light. This will take us into 9 a.m., just an hour and a half from now, and you can see out here towards eastern Utah, still snowing in Moab, snow showers in the mountains of southwest Utah. Here's those flurries I was talking about, really scattered across northern Utah this afternoon, and they extend into eastern Utah. Then we're just done with it as we head into the weekend. Saturday, 4 o'clock, dry. Sunday, also dry, just some high clouds scooting through. High pressure is going to be in control for the weekend. How much more snow? Well, Cedar City, maybe a half inch. Bryan Head, 4, maybe an inch for San Pete and Sevier Valleys. We'll see if we can get that, but Moab and Monticello, similar deal. About a trace to 2 inches still left in this thing. So central Utah, scattered snow showers. Your heaviest snow or more accumulating snow will be in the morning, and then it clears out. Looking at southern Utah, St. George, you're pretty much done. Partly cloudy this afternoon, but some scattered snow showers can't be ruled out in the higher elevations. Montpelier, 28 today. Mostly cloudy skies. Highs will top in the mid and upper 30s for the Wasatch, with some scattered flurries and snow showers. Really, most of the accumulating snow will be in the mountains. St. George, you got 45 to 48 and a 56 on Sunday. Then we take it to the upper 60s, near 70 Wednesday and even Thursday. Wasatch Front, 36 isolated snow showers, and then it's 44 to 48 to 50s. Mild weather pattern, but still a storm in store for Tuesday night and into Wednesday.
All right, thanks for the heads up. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Matt. In the wake of the deadly shooting of Alex Preddy, federal immigration agents in Minnesota, these comments made last month by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem are back in the spotlight this morning.
He became aggressive and resisted them throughout that process. These officers used their training, followed their protocols, and were in fear of their lives.
Now, her handling of that incident, what she said, all that has led to calls for her impeachment. And now Utah Senator John Curtis is going as far to say Secretary Noem has lost trust among the American people.
I think will forever undermine trust that she has with the American people. Now, at this point, I think it's up to the president to see if that's salvageable. But I do think a lot of trust was lost. And as you know, trust is very hard to rebuild.
Now, Curtis didn't hold back on his criticism of Secretary Noem, but says that whether or not she stays on the job is up to the president. And this morning, we learned that the Salt Lake County Republican Party has removed 7 members of its executive committee. The names of those temporarily removed there on your screen. The party says the members accused leadership of illegal election interference for endorsing nonpartisan candidates last year. Despite confirming the legality of the endorsements, the party says it still affected candidates and how they placed on the ballot. 3 members have now been removed from their positions and barred from party events until 2028. While the rest can't return until 2030. Now, this morning, Utah State University officially has all of its funding back. The school, the last to do so after controversy over how its previous president spent its money. State lawmakers pulled funding from universities across the state last year, until they reworked budgets to benefit programs they deemed were more productive for Utah. USU got $660,000 back after promising to make changes recommended in an audit released last month. And then take a look at this. A Brigham City teenager's selflessness catching a lot of attention. 13-year-old Tate Kiesler received a national honor for his community service, recognized by the American Legion for a community stand that he created to help local families with essential food and hygiene products. We highlighted Tate's stand back in November, a month after him and his mom set it up.
Makes me feel like we can at least make the world a little bit of a better place.
The whole main thing was to try to have something that people could come to, that they didn't have to have an appointment for, something where they don't have to ask questions or feel embarrassed.
Love the way he's thinking and love the recognition he's getting for it. So all the stand right now, we're told, is 100% donation based. Way to go. All right, thanks for joining us here on this segment of KSL News Now. Obviously, we're heading into the weekend with a much calmer start to the morning than we've seen the last few days. Leave you with a live look this morning out there at Salt Lake City. A couple of clouds out there downtown. Overall, no major problems along the Wasatch Front. If you want to enjoy more stories, obviously anytime you want them, tailored to you, download the free KSL Plus app and get them right there on your mobile device. We'll see you back here on Monday.